All right. Welcome to Truck Time with Buckeye Electric. We're pulled over. It's raining. It's a little slow day today, so not driving, so you don't have to comment about that. So we're pulled over here and just wanted to go over some things, as an electrician. There's plenty. As a service electrician, we get a lot of service calls for a lot of different items, and a lot of the calls are the same things at different locations that we see that are pretty common. And one of these items that we had posted a response about on our website, or I had posted a little posting about it at Facebook. If you go to Facebook, Newark Electrician, at Newark Electrician, or just Google or Facebook search Buckeye Electric. But it was about non-working outlets. We get a lot of calls about outlets not working in certain, the bedroom. They'll tell me the two back bedroom or the hallway and the kitchen doesn't work, or just different areas where there'll be 4 or 5 or 3 outlets or 2 or a multiple of outlets that stopped working. And they'll have checked the breaker. The breaker will still be on, and they'll have power to the rest of the area, but they just won't have power to those outlets. So I'm going to tell you a secret, and a lot of electricians and service companies don't want me to tell you this because it's one of the ways they make a lot of money is through these common issues, and that is how to find that problem. Now, I have to explain a little technical stuff, and I try to make it easy. The way these outlets are wired in series, so that means the power goes from one outlet to the other outlet to the other outlet in a line, in a straight line, and think of each outlet as a dot on that line, and it just goes from one to the other just like a string of Christmas lights. Now, when a Christmas light burns out, most of the older strings of lights, I know they've got some newer stuff that they've kind of gotten around a way to do this, where they wire it. But the old Christmas lights, anybody that grew up in the 80s or 90s or 70s knows that if one light burns out, generally every light after that will not work, because the lights after that were getting their power from the light that burned out, because it goes in series. So that's what it means. So this is the same thing with your outlets in your dining room. Let's say you have 3 outlets in your dining room. Well, what happens is the wire from one of the working outlets that feeds the next outlet, they'll either become loose or even sometimes burn off. So what it is a bad connection between outlets that feeds the rest of the outlets, just like a string of Christmas lights. Now, the reason the connection became loose could be for a couple different reasons. One of the reasons we see that the connection is loose is it may be a hallway outlet where you use your vacuum, and you get plugged in and plug out. You use that outlet a lot, and the outlet may be loose. It might jiggle, might be sticking out from the wall a little bit. So this is a good place to check. So this outlet, may have, just through years of use, just the connection to the next outlet got loose. So, and this typically happens with outlets that are 20 years old. We see this in a lot of homes where we'll ask how old the house is, and they'll tell us 20 to 25 years old or so, and it's pretty common for outlets. So, at some point, replacing the outlets and retightening the connections will fix this. So you can go through, you can either look at the outlet that doesn't work, and if you can find the first outlet in the string that doesn't work, or the last 2 outlets in the string that doesn't work, or the last working outlet. I know it's a little confusing. If you look at the last working outlet, the connection between it and the next outlet may be loose, or on the other end of that connection it may be loose. It is very, very, very uncommon to have problems with the wiring in the middle of the wire or the middle of the connection. So usually your problem is at the outlet or the outlet. Very seldom is something happening in the milling. So what happens is just take your outlets out of the wall, disconnect them, of course turn the breaker off, and wear your PPE, which is your personal protection equipment. And you may locate the loose wire. There are two other reasons this wire becomes loose, and that is either overloading the circuit could actually burn the wire off, and this will typically happen at the connection, at the outlet, and this is where if you Google burnt outlets, you'll see pictures of burnt outlets. Because what happens also is the wire gets loose, and it increases resistance at the loose connection. So it can actually cause a lot of heat, and can actually cause small sparking, which can actually melt the plastic part of the outlet, or have a little fire inside the box. So it's a good thing a lot of older electrical boxes are metal, and they'll contain that fire and keep it from spreading the rest of the house, but it has been a problem for a lot of homes. And then the other reason that this outlet could quit working, the connection is bad, is because the way they wire the outlets when they build the home has a lot to do with how long the connection lasts. There's two ways to wire an outlet. There's a hole in the back of the outlet that you can shove the wire into, and that's called stabbing in the back. They stab it in the back of the outlet. It's a very quick way to make the connection. You just strip the wire, you shove it in the hole, and it's got two catches inside the hole, like little fingers that catch the wire and it keeps it from coming back out. Well, those catches have a very small surface area, so after years and years of everything, just the house is settling, and the change of the seasons, and using the wire and not using it, and using the outlet, and it heats up and it cools down. Just after many years, it just works itself loose, and that causes a bad connection. And it'll also be a loose point of resistance that may get hot and melt. So the way we can correct this problem is we take that wire, we cut it off, we remove the piece sticking out of the back, and we either replace the outlet and connect it the right way, or we can maybe reuse that outlet. We can reuse the old outlet if it hasn't been damaged. But you just take it out of the back, and instead of stabbing it in the back, you connect it to the side. There's an actual screw on the side of the outlet that you can tighten down and connect the wire to. Now, when they build the houses, this step takes, 30 extra seconds per outlet. So a lot of times they'll just go ahead and strip it and shove it in the back, because that only takes about 5 seconds per outlet. So you can save a lot of time just the way you connect your outlets up. So they often didn't do it the right way back in the old days. So one of the programs we do have is it's called a redevice, where we come in and we replace all your outlets and all your switches and make sure that they are connected to the set screw connection, to where you can torque it down, and that connection will last a heck of a lot longer and give you a lot less problems. I hope that you understood what I told you. I'm in the truck, it's raining, and I'm not a professional videographer. I'm an electrician, and I haven't shaved, and it's Wednesday here in August, so we just try to get the information out there, and we're not really trying to make fancy videos, but we want our customers to know how their electric works so they can use it more safely and efficiently. So if this video helped you, please like and share it, and of course, if you have any questions, you can go to our website, BuckeyeElectric.com, www.BuckeyeElectric.com, or you can comment below, or of course email us. Alright, thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for watching.